Hello everyone, this is me, Dusty Circuit here, to bring you some more Kerbal Space Program. And today I am picking up with... we're still on this mission to the Dub system where so far I've been to the surface of Gardama, which we are orbiting right now, and also Donk and Gup. But we still have a decent chunk of our fuel left in our mothership, and so far we've explored the whole Gardama system. Well, the planet Gardama and its 2 moons, which kind of leaves the rest of the Dub system for us to explore. Though, one thing is for certain, we will not be able to land on the 2 inner planets with this craft because, well, first in from Gardama is Oven, which, well, at first glance doesn't look all that special, but if we look at the stats, yeah, 4 Gs of gravity. Yeah, that is not going to be possible with my ship. I believe this planet, I think, has to be the new, you know how everyone says, that the planet Eve in the stock game is the final boss, being it's the hardest planet to land on and return from? Well, I feel like this planet is actually takes the crown in that regard as being the new final boss. I think this makes Rokea and Aurora, which are both from the Cacabo system planet pack. I think this makes those planets look easy in comparison. Just because of not only the surface gravity, but there's also an atmosphere to this one that starts at 30 kilometers, which, well, if you get too close to at orbital velocity, well, you will be incinerated. Which, of course, adds another layer of challenge to landing on it. But for them, we have Char, the furthest in planet, which is a little bit more hospitable than Oven, but still not possible with our craft because it's almost 2 Gs and no atmosphere. So we can't land on any of the inner planets, but I think we can land on the outer planets. Because we have the next one, I think Lapat. That's how you say it. It's looks kind of similar to Gardama, but the atmosphere is way thicker, which may be interesting with to go to with my space plane. And then we have Axon, which is kind of like a dwarf planet with 0.1 g of gravity. And then its moon, Umad, which is like even smaller and less gravity. And then the furthest out planet is Doreu. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Probably you butchered it, but it's kind of this one's an ice giant with one moon. She even has a really thin atmosphere to it. So I guess we have 3 more destinations we can go to in the Dub system, at least on this mission. Though I am definitely going to be revisiting the system with another spacecraft, so we can possibly land on Oven and Char. But that's going to be another mission. I think it's time for us to leave Gardama now. Oh, and I guess as we're leaving Gardama, I'm gonna make a bit. I have a kind of, I guess not a confession to make, but just, well. So with the new with the music mod I've been using, like how basically basically I am like I have so that it's playing like the KSP2 music, like the game that like the music that was in KSP2, and how it like plays different songs for every like planet you go to. And well, I've kind of realized that I don't know if I should be, well, the problem I've ran into is it seems like quite a few of the songs in there are not copyright safe. Like I uploaded some, like in a couple of my episodes I've gotten copyright claims. And nothing that affects my channel apart from, well, if I was monetized, I wouldn't get those videos would be demonetized, which is not a problem for me because I don't have enough subscribers to be monetized right now. But seem like the whole copyright thing, like with YouTube, is really, honestly, it's been the one thing about being a content creator that's kind of, like, it's both kept me, like, up, like, it's kind of been worrying to me, but also not at the same time. Well, just my fear, I have this fear that, like, so if I have, like, a bunch of my, like, say if a bunch of my videos had those copyright claims that are just copyright claims and not copyright strikes, I just have this fear that maybe one day in the future, one or more of those claims could turn into copyright strikes. And so far I have been pretty lucky. Like, I have not received a single copyright strike yet. Knock on wood. But the thing is, I really don't want to run the risk of possibly getting my YouTube channel deleted, especially because I actually am uploading videos for my skate friends, and a lot of them actually depend on my videos for, I guess, preserving the memories of that community. And well, if my channel gets deleted, then they lose all those videos, and that would be probably about as devastating to them as it would be to me. So I'm kind of I've been just my thing is, well, I don't know. Like, I don't know if if every single time I upload a video that has a copyright claim, like, that's, like, probably about as risky as leaving the video up. And it's like, well, if it's been uploaded, then that ship has already sailed, probably, as far as, like, it taking a chance of, giving me a copyright strike. But it's just, I really want to avoid taking that chance if I can help it. And it's just, and I guess this is just forever gonna annoy me as a content creator, because, like, on one hand, I really would like to kind of use more varied, like a wide variety of different music, like different songs, and like in my videos for background music. But at the same time, it's like every single time I like with this thing where I'm trying this mod, it just feels like I'm playing Russian roulette. And it's like I don't know if I should be using this mod, or if I should just keep the stock, or if I should have just kept the stock music and then just added the newer music in editing. And that brings me to another problem I'm having, is that whenever I record Kerbal Space Program, it just, like, I haven't found a way to, like, when I'm recording with OBS, to have OBS directly capture Kerbal Space Program. Like if I use the game capture, it just, in my experience, it just doesn't work very well. Like, it either work, like, it's either hit and miss, or sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, or it doesn't work at all. And so, whenever I record Kerbal Space, like I've tried setting up a direct capture, so OBS, like, only records the game and doesn't record other things on my computer. But if I, like I've tried setting up OBS to direct capture Kerbal Space Program, and I just didn't have any luck getting that working. So the entire time I've been recording Kerbal Space Program for my YouTube channel, I've just been recording basically my monitor, like everything that's on the monitor that I use to play Kerbal Space Program is being recorded. which means I have to be careful, like if I'm just doing stuff on my computer, I have to be careful not to open another window, or else that gets on the video. And every time that happens, I have to make sure I edit it out. It's kind of annoying, but that's just kind of, I guess it just is what it is. Which means, say if I want to listen to the KSP2 music while I'm playing, but not have it in my video, not have it in my recorded video, that's not really an option for me, because I can't get OBS to direct capture the game. So if I want to have music, the music's just getting recorded in the video, or there seems to be no way around that. And if I need to edit the music out, I also have to edit out the game. I also have to edit out all of the game audio. So like then you wouldn't hear like the engines or any of the other sounds from the game. So, and if any of you who are watching have like any suggestions for me, or if there's something I can try to get maybe something I can try to get around this issue, or if you know of a way, if you know of like an alternative way, like, or if you know how to make OBS work so it directly captures the game, I'd very much appreciate that if you could comment leave a comment for me about how to make that work. But I guess like I'd appreciate that, but if you don't, then just keep watching and I'll just try my best to deliver this content the way I know how to. And I feel like I'm gonna keep using the mod that plays the music, but I think from now on I'm just going to, because it seems like all of the music for like on Kerbin and in the VAB and stuff, that's all fine, and like in terms of copyright, like it seems like that's safe to use on YouTube, but some of the in-space music isn't. So, well, I know the music like of like flying on Kerbin, launching rockets on Kerbin, and the KSC music, that's all fine, and also the music for like in orbit around Kerbin is all fine. But I feel like from now on, whenever I leave Kerbin's sphere of influence, I think I'm just going to use a custom playlist that's just gonna cycle through a bunch of different songs, and that just plays all the time, regardless of if I'm in space or on the surface of planets or whatever. And I'm just gonna use songs that I know are copyright safe. And if I use a song, and if I come across a song that isn't safe, I'm just gonna edit it out, and I'm not gonna use it again. So I guess that's how I'm gonna go through with. That's how I'm gonna do this from now on. But if any of you possibly know, also if there's any like places, like if there's music that would be fitting for Kerbal Space Program that is copyright, that is royalty free, I'd also appreciate if you could suggest some of that to me as well. Oh, since we're in, this is our first time, I can orbit around Dub Dub. I guess we can do some science from here. Looks like periapsis is too low. Or in other words, we're gonna run into the atmosphere. So let's raise that. I guess that's the planet back there. Let's start our capture burn. Yeah, I guess we'll park the mothership here. And let's quickly do some more science. Well, between what's on the plane and what's in on the spaceship, it looks like we have already over 100 science reports. So this mission is gonna give us a lot of science when we return home. And I think I still even have enough fuel to do, go to, like, I have to go to here and then out here, and then maybe even still enough to return home after we're all finished. But I guess we'll see. Yeah, I feel like now would be a good time to detach our space plane. I'm not sure what landing here is going to be like. Well, I guess we'll find out. Is the re-entry gonna be too much for us? So we'll find out. Yeah, I think we'll just pitch upwards, so we'll maximize how much drag we have so that we slow down faster. And maybe even be good to maybe roll. Just to probably just try to induce a spin. Just so you don't burn up by having our cockpit by constantly in contact for too long. Looks like we're in the clear. And I guess we're just gonna descend to the ground. And I guess the atmosphere is really gonna thicken as we descend. I think I've been to this planet before. Uh, like playing by myself, but I haven't been to this planet in this update. So I think it's actually been drastically changed since the last time I've been to it. So this is This is interesting experience, that's for sure. Oh, I think there's like maybe a ocean, like a big lake or a small ocean we're above now. So maybe I'll try steer towards one of the islands or areas of land. Wow, look how slow I'm flying. Like I'm not stalling. I feel like maybe we'll coast a bit till we reach the water, or I don't know if it might be something else, some other type of liquid, I don't know, on this planet. Well, fortunately, it looks like the terrain isn't too rough, so I might even be able to get going at a decent speed without crashing. Okay. Oh, it's... Wow, that's... I think 1.0 on that atmosphere gauge is what normally is on Kerbin. So wow, that's a lot. Oh. Probably would be the air would probably be too thick for us to go outside. But the temperature actually seems to be kind of cold here. Though I guess that makes sense, it's being further away from the planet. Ooh, it's that over there. But this is Kerbal Space Program, which is not like doesn't really have all real physics in the game. So I guess we can, either by magic or maybe Kerbals are really resilient. But I guess we can EVA on this planet. Okay, that is weird. Well, I guess it must be some kind of bug where for some reason the game still had my other craft loaded in, which hence why it's still so laggy. Is what happened as I tried to switch back to my plane with the bracket keys, but then it switched to my mothership. So when I tried to use the tab keys to switch to the plane, it switched to the mothership briefly, and then my plane phased through the ground and got destroyed. So I reloaded a quick save. And that's why I always quick save whenever I land, because you never know what kind of bugs I'll run into. Like in this when the game is modded like this. So I guess we're gonna do all that again. Or maybe editing me will cut out the first parts just to make the video length reasonable, but I guess we're going EVA for a second time. And this, I was now gonna plant a flag and try to get a cool screenshot. for like a video thumbnail. When I was kind of going on orbit of around Lapat, I've seen it seems to have some different areas. Like there's, like, I guess we've landed on the really low areas that look kind of like this. In fact, I'm curious, what if we go through a day-night cycle? What does that look like? Okay, this is with Dub Dub directly over top of us. Okay, why is it doing that? I don't get it. I feel like maybe it might be interesting if we could make it to one of these really high areas, like what look like mountains that are fairly high up through, even go pretty high through the atmosphere. Might be an interesting place to go to. I think we should get out of the thick atmosphere as quick as we can, because I'm pretty sure if we go too fast, the wings will get ripped off. Oh, this is pretty. This plateau or whatever it is pretty high up. I don't want to maybe land close to one of the cliffs, but that might be a risky proposition. Yeah, that landing went better than I expected. I kind of want to maybe get to one of the cliff edges. Like to where maybe we're overlooking the cliff might be cool. Or looks like we're still quite a bit of a distance away from it. Well, looks like we're really just kind of going down a hill that's just gradually getting more and more steep versus, I guess, versus a cliff. So I guess we'll stop here. Huh. Though the atmosphere here actually, like down there, it was like kind of, I guess, so soupy that it's like it kind of looked like being a kind of permanent sunset, whereas here it's still, I guess, relatively thin and still kind of looks like a normal, like we're on maybe on the surface of Gardama, like here, like the other planet we've been to. Where do we want to go next? Suppose maybe we could go explore the poles, which actually over here might look somewhat interesting. At least from how it looks and from the map view. I guess we'll just go to the North Pole. And then we'll come back to the equator and then re-rendezvous with the mothership. And then I guess maybe I'll end this episode. It's going to be a lot of footage to go through and edit. Because I've kind of realized with the previous video, I basically crammed like a North Pole to South Pole exploration of Gardama plus landing on Donk and Gup in one video, and that video was over an hour long, so maybe I'll make this one a little shorter. And the whole point of that maneuver was just to get to the North Pole faster instead of just flying, just staying within the atmosphere, but I used up all my liquid fuel to do that, so I'm gonna have to refuel from the surface if I want to return with this plane. I feel like we're gonna fly over it fairly soon. So it just kind of just looks like an ordinary mountain from here, at least. Oh, there it is. Well, I guess you can kind of see it, but it's kind of hard to see with like kind of being in this twilight kind of area. Well, I guess we'll try to find a safe landing spot, and then see if we can refuel. Whoa, I cannot see a darn thing. I think I was about to fly into a mountain. I should have put a forward-facing light on this plane. I can see where I'm going. So I think I think it might be safer to just leave this area and maybe go further away from here, because it's sure there are pretty crazy mountains here, but it's just because the sun is really low. It's you can't really see anything. Okay, so that's that leg of this mission done. So, yes, that'll be the end of this video. And the next, I guess the only two other destinations we have is like Axod and that planet. And then I guess we'll go home. So, thank you all for watching. This has been me, Dusty Circuit, here with some more Kerbal Space Program. And if you liked what you saw, remember to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of our videos, be sure to hit the bell for notifications. Peace out. Bye.